Have you created your own mood board after watching my last video? Yes? Okay, so then you are ready for the next step. No? Then please check out the info box. There's the link to the last video where I have shown you how you can create something like this to boost your inspiration. This mood board shall help us to come into our creative process. It shall answer those questions like, how do I start making a junk journal? How can I put my materials together to make a nice tag or another embellishment or ephemera? And after creating this, you are ready for the next step. So in this video, I will show you how to take a small part of the mood board to create a new piece. So what we have here on our desk is, of course, an arrangement of supplies, of mediums, but that's no project until now. So we want to make a project, some kind of an embellishment or something like that, that we can put into our junk journal. And in the very end, we want to have a whole junk journal. And this, what we have here, was our starting point for this whole thing. In this video, I'm taking parts of this to create a tag because, my mood today is to make a tag. That can be totally different for you, of course. Please make what you are thinking that is good for you at the day when you want to do it. If you have the feeling, oh, I want to make some pockets, then make pockets. If you have the feeling, oh, I want to have a journaling card, then please make a journaling card. You can follow the steps that I'm showing you in this video on nearly any embellishment that you want to make for your junk journal. Okay, so the first thing that we obviously have to do here is we have to pick some things that we can put to our tag. And I think the most difficult thing now is how to decide what to pick. So I don't want to take, for example, this button, this little label here, and let's say this stamp and this sticker. I don't want to do that because those are too far away in my mood board. My mood board is an arrangement of things that are pleasing for the eye. You can find areas, for example, here, that go really well together because, of course, we have arranged it exactly like this. We have made our thoughts when we have put this together. Or, for example, here, this texture, the buttons, the fabric, these colors from the paper underneath, the black birds, this could be one piece that I can take from my mood board as well. So I want to pick something that is in a small area here, or for example, this card with the lace and these little things here could go well together as well. Don't pick the things from here and there. Don't destroy, let's say, the rest of the mood board, but pick something that is in one place. And when you have found that and when you have chosen that, take that and bring that to your craft desk. Okay, so I think I want to go with this area here today because I want to create a really cool background. I want to create something, with wet mediums. I have the feeling that I want to play around with some mediums today. If you want to bring this exactly like it is here to your craft table, it can be a problem because the pieces are loose, of course. So how to bring that to the craft table without destroying that? The first thing that you could do is you could take a photo only of this area and then take everything and rearrange it at your desk like it was here. Or, of course, you could also take something like this, and place your items here. Take that carefully off from here and place it here, and then you can walk around without any problems. So here I'm back at my craft desk, as you can see, and I've not only picked the things that we have chosen before to take them with me to this desk, but I've also chosen some of the mediums that I had in my mood board. So that are the Distress Oxide Ink Straight Burlap, Brushed Corduroy, and Vintage Photo. and I've also taken the sponges with me. Perhaps I will need them. And I have also picked these embossing glazes, that is Vintage Photo and Walnut Stain. And I want to try these today because I'm not so familiar with glazes. These are very new to me, and I guess that this mood board can also help you to use those things that are new to you. So that is a chance to try these out. As you can see, I have not so much here. So this is not overloaded. This is also not overwhelming when you have this small amount of things. Now it can happen that I start working on my tag that I want to create today, and that I think, okay, I need this or that, and then I can go back to my mood board or to my stash to grab different things. But to have this starting state very limited, and also the frame of this thing here can help you to limit that. That can be very, very helpful, and that's the reason why I'm doing it exactly like this. And only only take the things with you that you have chosen from the mood board and nothing else. Perhaps you can make the whole tag out of these things, yeah? So perhaps that will be clear in a few seconds. Okay, so first of all, let's decide what we want to use as the base for our tag. I think it would make sense to use this paper bag here because it has a neutral color, it is big enough to make the base, and it's a material that we of course can use. Even if it's no cardstock or something like that, this will work, of course. This will probably go here. I have to have that in mind for the background, I guess. What I don't like about this are these straight edges here. This is very wonderful, but I don't like this. Okay, so this is dry now, and on the mood board we had some things that we wanted to use to collage on top. So I'm taking these approximately like they were there on the mood board. Of course, I will rearrange that now here a little bit to make that work for this shape of the tag. I mean, the proportion of this surface has changed a little bit, of course, because, yeah, we have folded the paper bag from approximately this size to this size. So we have to rearrange that a little bit. And here we can, of course, now decide if we want to get rid of some of these elements. If there's something that you don't like anymore, then throw it away, not to the trash can, but away from your project, and use only the rest. Okay, so when we know that, we can put that away for a moment, and we can decide which mediums and materials or tools or something like that we want to use to create the background. I want to use some crackle paste in combination with the glaze. That is something that I have seen in a demo video by Tim Holtz, and I want to try that out. I have made some really simple experiments with that, but now I want to go into this feeling of a real background with these things. And this is something that I have now picked from my stash. So that was not on the mood board, but that is also a thing. If you think, oh, glaze, I have seen something interesting that I want to try out, think about what do you need for that and pick that. So in this case, for me, it's the crackle paste. What do we think about this? I would say that worked relatively well. I mean, what can I say? Why have I chosen this paper bag to create this effect? Why? Can you tell me that, please? I really don't know. I mean, it worked, but it looks really strange because the surface is so crumbled up. So I will try to find something that I can put in here, and perhaps I can glue that down so that this whole surface gets a little bit more sturdy. Okay, so here we go. I've went a little bit crazy with my stitching. As you can see, I have some zigzag stitching with really weird straight stitching on top. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. And here I've done the same to have that on both sides. I think that looks really interesting. And now I don't like the white that is showing through the embossing glaze here. This white that comes from the crackle paste. One idea would be to bring it to an even more white look by adding some white gesso here and here, for example, but then I would lose the colors of the background, and I think that looks not so nice. We have this white edge here. I think that's not so nice. Another idea would be to spray something on top, because the glaze would not soak what we would spray. But what can we spray, and especially which color? I have an idea. So now that's also a thing. This is a point where I'm struggling. I don't know what to do without destroying what I have. So a trick is, I would say, to go to this little thing that you have taken from the mood board to your table. Look what we have here and what we have chosen to use. We have the Distress Oxide inks here, and why don't we try to get rid of the white with the oxide inks? That could be a solution. The frayed burlap was totally out of my mind until now, until I took this and looked to it and thought, ooh, frayed burlap is here, brushed corduroy is here, and vintage photo is here. Perhaps we can solve the problem with these. That looks great. It looks a little bit wild, but it looks really great. I think I really like this effect. So let's see. I will just take it like it was on the mood board, because on the mood board it looked great. Why shall it look not great here? So let's just take this away for a moment. It's the next day, and when I look at this with fresh eyes, I can only say this collage is wonderful. I really love how this turned out, but the background is a disaster in my eyes, and I don't like this background anymore. I can't really explain that, but I think that's also part of the process when you make such a tag. So what I will do now is I will try to find out why I don't like the background, and I think I have some arguments why I don't like it. And then I will try to make a new base for this tag so that I can use the collage, but that I can make a new background. The reasons why I don't like the background is the contrast between this flower and the background is relatively strange in my eyes. It is not enough contrast so that this die cut here comes not out enough for me. And the technique here with the crackle paste and the embossing glaze totally failed in my eyes. I mean, it worked, it has crackled and it is embossed now, but I think I've used the wrong stencil for this technique. These little flowers here are way too delicate. It's not pleasing for the eye. I don't know how to explain that, but for me it's not beautiful. So what I will do now is I will take another piece of paper, make a new base for the tag, and then I will take another stencil and do this technique again. And since the crackle paste takes a little time to crackle and to make this effect work, I think I will make 3 or 4 bases for tags at the same time. That's also perhaps a trick or a tip for you. If you have something like this and you know, okay, this is cool, I like this, but I want to put that to another background, then make several backgrounds at the same time with different stencils, perhaps a little bit different color combination for the background. And then later on you can take the collage and put that to the other backgrounds and look if that looks better than what you had before. And this here in the background, I mean the background itself, I don't want to waste this material. I will find a way, I don't know what that will be at the moment, but I will find a way to reuse or recycle the background for something else. But that can also be part of this mood board method that we are talking about here the whole time. When you have something like this and you don't like the collage here, you can of course take this base and put that back to your mood board as it is, even if you don't like it. But if you put it back there, you'll have the chance that you perhaps find a way to use it. If you put this into your trash can or into your stash and don't think about it anymore, then of course you don't have that chance. So I will try to make the best out of this, and I will make some new bases with the same technique, crackle paste and embossing glaze, and then we will see if that can be if that can end in a good result. I'm not sure at the moment. Okay, so I have tried to die cut the original flower that I had here on the tag from this piece, but that was nearly impossible. I had to take some scissors to cut that out. The crackle paste and the embossing glaze seems to be too thick on the surface to cut that with the die cut machine, but I think that this looks not so bad, even if it's a little bit failed. Okay, so and when I looked at my collage, I can see that this collage would work on this tag, here as well, and here as well. So I have to decide where I want to put it now. But I'm really happy that I have 3 backgrounds that work for me now, and where this technique with the crackle paste and the embossing glaze worked as well. So I really love these backgrounds, by the way. I think I will go with this one here. Yeah. So this is my finished tag. As you can see, I've stacked those die cuts of these birds here so that they get a little bit more dimensional. I really like that. Now it looks like they are really thick and they come out from the design a little bit better. Hopefully you can see that in the camera. I know sometimes in the camera the things look really flat, but please believe me, this is really dimensional and I really love this. I had some troubles to include this golden thingy here with those golden beads, but I think this way it looks really cute, and I really love this fabric that I have put underneath those buttons. I think that looks not so bad. And I've decided that I want to put these both ferns here to this tag and make a similar collage also with those birds, also with those tickets and tiny ephemera, so that that would match each other. Perhaps I will include this here, but I'm not totally sure if I want to have that. But perhaps you can imagine when here are some birds and some tickets. I know, that looks really weird. But then I have 2 tags that match each other, and perhaps I can manage to bring a similar design to this 3rd background as well, so that I would have 3 different tags that are, matching each other. And of course, that's a great thing for a junk journal. If you have 3 things that match each other, then you have a cohesive thing through your journal. I will let this dry and then I will put that back to my mood board, because I want to have the finished tag in my whole arrangement of the mood board as well, so that I can feel that this now belongs to my creative process, that it belongs to my project as a finished ephemera or embellishment, or yeah, how do you want to call that? And I need this feeling that I have something finished, that I had this idea, that I can be proud of myself, that I have a tiny thing that is ready. And I think that is really important when you think about how can I start a junk journal, how can I manage when I'm struggling within my process. I think it's really, really important to put what you have and what you have finished in front of your eye. And that is the reason why I'm putting this back to the mood board, so that I can see it. You will find a picture of this included to the mood board on my Instagram. So when this video is online, the photo is online as well. And if you want, of course, you can save that, you can print that out for your own inspiration. That's it for now. I hope you liked this and I hope you enjoyed this process. And of course, I'm hoping that you will enjoy your own process at your own desk as well. See you the next time. Bye bye.